I'm making lamb meatballs from our grass-fed and finished lambs that we raise right here on our homestead. To go with it, I'm making a Tzatziki sauce. I'm using 3 pounds of ground lamb for the meatballs. Rosemary, oregano, thyme, garlic powder, sage, salt and pepper for the seasonings. For the Tzatziki sauce, I'm using 16 ounces of organic Greek yogurt from a grass-fed cow, a cucumber, it's best to use an English cucumber, but I didn't have access to one for this, raw garlic cloves, dill, and a lemon. I begin by peeling the cucumber. Once it is peeled, I grate the cucumber into a bowl. It is helpful to line the bowl with a cheesecloth, but I didn't have one of those handy either. I put the pulp into a strainer and push the water out using a spoon. The goal is to get out as much water as possible. I then add the strained pulp to the yogurt. It's time to crush some garlic cloves into the mix. I use 5 to 6 cloves for this. I dice the dill finely and add it to the yogurt also. Then I squeeze about half a lemon into the bowl using a strainer to catch the seeds. And then a quick stir with the spoon. It's best to let the herbs infuse into the yogurt for about 6 hours, so start the sauce early if you can. Next, I make my seasoning for the lamb meatballs. I mince the rosemary. You can of course use an Italian or Greek seasoning, but I'm using what I have here. I add 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of oregano, 1 teaspoon of thyme, 1 teaspoon of sage, and 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. And some cracked peppercorn. I'm going really light in the seasoning. It really doesn't need much. The lamb meat has such great flavor it can speak for itself. This lamb has been on the counter for about an hour, coming up to room temperature for better cooking results. Once I add the seasoning to the ground lamb, I get my hands in there and give it a good mix. When the seasoning is well incorporated, I form the meat into balls and place them into a baking dish. Now it's time to get them on heat. My enamel cast iron skillet is over a high flame so it can get some nice color on those meatballs. I'm using leaf lard rendered from a pastured hog for my oil. I let them cook for approximately 5 minutes before turning them. And then another 5 minutes on the other side. I place the brown meatballs back into the baking dish. Place the dish in a preheated oven set to 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes. While the meatballs are in the oven, I chop up the mint. I'm serving the meatballs over spaghetti squash mixed with garlic sauteed spinach and tomatoes. I add a dusting of Parmesan cheese, though I probably should have added this after the sauce. Now here comes the tzatziki sauce, followed by the mint. And we're ready to serve.
Cinnamon taste right?
How is that, little buddy?
Good. Good.
For our guest of honor, Uncle David, this meal was made for you.
Thank you very much. I've definitely seen it go from start to finish.
Yes.
You have. Any good?
That's delicious. A lot of love in there.